Do you have your book? Do you have a belt or scarf or something? Or towel? And we're going to be starting in child's pose today. So you can set your knees together for stretching more of the lower back if that feels good to you today, or you can spread your knees a little bit wider and lean your torso almost in between your knees, forehead down to the ground, arms alongside of your body, or arms stretched out in front of you, depending what feels better in this very moment. In your back, in your hips, in your shoulders. Don't hesitate to sway your hips from side to side a few times. Roll your head from side to side a few times, finding comfort. And then whenever you're ready, whenever you want to, you can start deepening your breath. Inhaling with your nose and filling up your belly, your chest, feeling the ribs expanding. And then exhaling with control, slowing down your exhale as much as you can. And then again, deep inhaling. Full capacity in your lungs. And then exhale slowly and completely. And 3 to 5 more deep breaths like this in your own rhythm. Excellent work. One last big breath here. And the next inhale, you can stretch your arms in front of you, press the palms into the floor, lift your forehead, and you can pull yourself forward into your tabletop. From your tabletop, you can go directly for your few cat-cows. Inhaling to arch your back, lift your chin, but keep your shoulders down. And then exhale around your back, bring your chin towards your chest and scoop your pelvis under as much as you can. And then again, inhale, arch. Lift your chin, lift your hips, but keep length in your neck. And then exhale around. And see if you can press your shoulder blades up to the ceiling. Feel free to close your eyes. And feel free to add here any additional movement that would feel good, that would feel more rewarding. Maybe a circle with your head, circle with your chest. What would feel good? And then whenever you're ready, you can come back to neutral. Alternate fingers pressed into the ground. Tuck your toes, press them into the ground as well. And then lift your knees, lift your hips. Find your first downward facing dog. Walk your feet as far back as you need. Bend your knees one after the other to slowly start easing into your down dog. And then you really want to relax your head and lengthen your spine. Press both hands above and behind your head so that your ears pass through in between your biceps. You want to also squeeze your shoulder blades together and look for opening in your chest, opening in your shoulders, and then softening the shoulders away from your ears. 2 more big breaths. Great work. Whenever ready, deep inhale in to glide your right leg up. Kick it as high up as you can. And then exhale, step your right foot forward, next to your right hand, left knee goes down onto the floor. Hips forward, squeeze your glutes, press the right foot down, lift your torso up, and reach with your both arms up. You want to reach up and back, opening the chest, opening the left hip, noticing how does this all feel in the hips and the shoulders. Deep inhale, and then you exhale to release your arms. And either you're going to interlace your fingers behind, roll the shoulders back and straighten your arms, elbow creases running out. Or in case your arms stay kind of locked in the internal rotation, that would be the time to grab the belt and hold your hands a little bit further apart. But you do need to be able to have those creases, elbow creases running out. Great. Pelvis under, shoulders down. And then lift your hands. Great. And lift your hands. And lift your hands. Excellent work. 1 more breath, still squeezing the shoulder blades to open the chest and lifting the hands. And then exhale, release.
You can bring your both hands down, tuck your toes under, lift the back knee, and lift yourself up into your high lunge. Yes. Choose what feels more stable, if it's the high lunge with the heel off the floor or classical warrior one stance with a heel on the floor. You choose what feels more stable today. And then inhale, reach up. Sit low in the right hip. Kick your left heel back and soften your shoulders. 2 more breaths. Lengthen your spine, rooted in the ground. And then exhale, release your arms, interlace your fingers back behind you, or grab your belt. Roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades, and open the chest forward. Great. Shoulders down, hands up. Shoulders down, hands up. Shoulders down, hands up. One last breath. And then exhale and lean forward, down to the ground. Head down to the mat, hands up to the ceiling. And then inhale, press your feet down. Exhale, roll up. And you want to once again squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest, lift your hands. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward, torso over your thigh. Head down to the ground. Hands up to the ceiling. One last breath. Inhale, press your feet down. Exhale, roll up. And inhale, open the chest, lift the hands. Exhale, one last time. Low. Roll forward. Fold forward. Head down, hands up for 2 more breaths. Sit low in your right hip. Great. And then exhale, release both hands down. And you can step into your downward facing dog. Walk your down dog. Feel the right side, feel the left side, your hips, your shoulders. And then accordingly choose whether you want to go for your cat-cow or your vinyasa. Choose what would feel more rewarding here at this moment. And then whenever you're ready, we can meet again in the downward facing dog in a breath or 2.
Excellent work. Left side. Whenever ready, inhale, glide your left leg up. Kick it as high up as you can. And then exhale, left foot forward next to your left hand. Right knee goes down onto the ground.
Hips forward, foot down, torso up, arms up. And reach up and back. Biceps next to your ears, shoulders down, hips forward, tailbone down. One more big breath here. And when you exhale next time, you can release your arms. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Straighten your arms. Great. 2 more big breaths here. Keep your shoulders down and then lift your hands. Shoulders down and lift your hands. Shoulders down and lift your hands. Great work. And then exhale, release your hands. Bring them down to the ground. And tuck the toes under of the back foot. Lift the back knee. And press yourself up into your high lunge. Choose heel off or on the floor. What feels stable on this side. And then inhale, reach up. Root yourself through your feet down to the ground while you're reaching with your arms high up and back. Excellent work. Deep inhale and then exhale, release. Interlace your fingers back behind you. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten your arms. Hold a good grip. Shoulders down, lift your hands. And lift your hands. Great. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, keep everything as it is. Lean forward. Forehead down, hands up. And then deep inhale, press your feet down. Exhale, roll up. And then again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the hands a little bit higher. And then exhale, lean forward once again. Torso over your thigh, head down to the ground, hands up to the ceiling. One last time, inhale, press your feet down. Exhale, roll up. And then inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest, lift the hands. Exhale, lean forward. And you would stay here for 2-3 breaths, dropping the head heavy and lifting the hands higher and higher. Sitting low in the left hip and hands higher. Great work. Exhale, release both hands down, and you can step back into your downward facing dog. Excellent work. Walk it off. Give yourself a moment just to feel right side, left side, hips, shoulders. And then accordingly choose if you want to go for your cat-cow or your vinyasa. We're going to meet in a short child's pose. Sitting your hips onto your heels, forehead down to the ground, and arms can stay stretched in front of you or alongside of your body, depending what would feel better in your shoulders at this moment. And I invite you for 3 deep, slow breaths. Excellent work. Next, inhale in. You can stretch your arms in front of you again. Press the palms down, lift your forehead. Find your tabletop. Find your downward facing dog. Excellent work. Give yourself 2-3 breaths in your down dog, looking for length in your spine. And opening in your chest. Maybe not yes, no, maybe with your head. Great, and then next inhale, glide your right foot up. And the next inhale, kick the right foot even higher up. Great. Exhale, step your right foot forward next to your right hand. Left knee goes down onto the floor again. And you press your right foot down, you squeeze your glutes, lift your torso up. And once again, you reach up. And just for 1 breath, go as far up and back as you can. Where is your limit? Great. Now release your right hand, keep it on your right hip. And you would lean up and over to the right. Yes, finding extra stretch in that left hip, the left side of your torso, your lat maybe. And then inhale, come back to the center. Bend your elbows and try to reach. Try to grab your t-shirt, or yes, indeed, it's the time for the belt. To hold the hands as close together on the belt as you can. Once you have a grip, when you hold something, you want to scoop your pelvis under, belly button in. Then you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then you want to soften your shoulders away from your ears. Yes. And now see if you can lift the crown of your head up. For 2 more breaths. Yes, great work. And keep that in. Deep inhale. Exhale, lean a little bit to the right once again, as if you want to point with the left elbow up to the ceiling and over to the right side. Yes, now you're going to feel. Excellent. Deep inhale. Exhale, come back to the center. Release. Both hands down. And you step back again into your down dog. Walk it off in your down dog. Feel the right side, feel the left. Shoulders, hips, and accordingly choose cat-cow or vinyasa. Again, what would feel better as a movement? Which movement can you control better? Where do you breathe better? Excellent work. From your down dog, next inhale, glide your left leg up. And then the next inhale, kick it even higher up. Great. And then exhale, left foot forward, next to your left hand, right knee goes on the floor. And you bring your hips forward, press the foot down to lift your torso up, and then you reach up. And you directly reach as far up and back as you can for just 1 breath. Great. And then you exhale, release your left hand onto your left hip. And you reach with your right arm up and over to the left. Great. Stay here for another big breath, trying to find an extra stretch in the right side of your torso. And then exhale, come back to the center, right arm is up. Yes, bend your elbows and see what you can reach for, whether it's going to be the t-shirt or the belt or something. Once you have the grip, pelvis under. Really belly button to the spine. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then bring your shoulders down. And then lift the crown of your head up. 2 more breaths. Yes, great work. And then the next 2 breaths. Inhale in and exhale, lean over towards the left for an extra stretch in the right side. Great work. Deep inhale. Exhale, come back to the center and release. Both hands down and step back in your down dog.
Walk it up. Feel the right side, feel the left side, your shoulders, your hips, and then choose if you want to reset in a cat-cow or vinyasa. What would feel good? We're going to meet in the downward facing dog in a breath or two. And then from your down dog, whenever ready, inhale to glide your right leg up. And directly go to your limit. Exhale, step your right foot forward next to your right hand. Press both feet down into the floor. Lift your torso up.
High lunge. You're going to sit as low as you can. Pelvis under, arms up. And again, go to your limit just for one breath. How far up and back can you reach? And then you exhale, right hand down onto your right hip. And you reach with your left arm up and over to the right. Excellent work. One more breath. Reach. And exhale, come back to the center. Bend your elbows. It's the left elbow that is up. And you try to reach for something. Your fingertips, your t-shirt, grabbing your belt, holding something. And then sit low. Watch out for your front knee, your right knee. It needs to go a little bit more out to the right. Yes, do you feel that? And now keep the pelvis under, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and soften your shoulders away from your ears. Lift the crown of your head up. Great work. 2 more breaths. Feeling everything that is there to feel in your shoulders. And then deep inhale. Exhale, lean over towards the right once again, as if you want to point with the left elbow up and over to the right. Deep inhale there. And then exhale, come back to the center. Release your hands. And you can reach for the floor. Find back again your down dog.
Give yourself a breath in your down dog and then accordingly choose whether you want to go for your cat-cow or your vinyasa.
What would feel better?
We're going to be meeting in the downward facing dog in a breath or two. Ready for the left side. Inhale, glide your left leg up, kick it as high up as you can. And then left foot forward next to your left hand. Press both feet down, lift your torso up.
Great. Pelvis under, arms up. And just for one breath, reach as far up and back as you can. Find your maximum range of motion here at this moment. And then release your left hand down onto your left hip and reach with your right arm up and over to the left. Great. One last breath here. And then come back to the center. Keep the right arm up. Just bend your elbows. And reach. See if you can reach for your fingertips at this moment or grab your t-shirt or the belt. And then pelvis under, shoulder blades together, shoulders down, crown of your head up. 2 more breaths. Great work. And then deep inhale in. And for 2 more breaths, lean over towards the left. Feeling extra stretch in the right side of your torso. 1 more breath. And then exhale, come back to the center. Release your both hands back down to the ground. Step back for the downward facing dog.
Excellent work. Choose cat-cow or vinyasa.
Where do you want to reset? And then we can once again catch the breath.
In the child's pose, hips onto the heels, forehead down to the ground. Arms stretched in front of you, or if you prefer, alongside of your body. And again, 3 at least. This time maybe 5 big breaths. Slow, deep, nourishing breaths. Every inhale, inhaling with the intention to fill your lungs up to full capacity. And then every exhale, slowing it down as much as you can. Great work. One last breath wherever you are. And then whenever ready, next inhale, you can stretch your arms in front of you, press the palms down, lift the forehead, and you can find your tabletop. From your tabletop, you can find back again your downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, inhale, glide your right foot up. Exhale, right foot forward next to your right hand. And your left knee is going to go back down onto the ground. And we're going to start stretching more of your right hamstring. So you're going to send your hips forward, trying to stay with your torso on the inside and with your hands on the inside of your right leg, right foot. And then maybe this is going to be the time for your book. Exhale to send your hips back. And try to stay as low as you can with your hands on the ground or on the book and your chest over your right knee that you're trying to straighten as much as you can. Great. Let's do this 2 more times. Hips forward for a breath or two, finding a nice stretch here in your right hip. And then exhale, send your hips backwards, take your time, and stay here a breath or two with your chest low over your right knee. Great. And then one more time, hips forward, pushing the hips, especially the right hip, as far forward down as you can, finding stretch in your right hamstring, right inner thigh. And then exhale, hips backward, straightening the right knee. Both hands reaching for whatever you can reach, whether it's the floor or whether it's the book. And then wherever you are, see if you can straighten your back and hold this for 3 big breaths. Yes. Excellent work. Last big breath wherever you are, maybe going a little deeper with your back straight. And then whenever ready, you can release, get rid of the book, send your hips forward, and you're going to tuck the toes of the back foot under, lift the back knee, and you are going to hop your left foot closer in, straighten your both knees as much as you can. Now, once again, maybe this is going to be the time for your book to bring it on the inside of your right foot so that you can lean forward with your chest over the right knee, supported by something. Yes. And that's where you're going to be for another 2-3 big breaths. Rooting both feet and both heels down into the ground. Trying to get your both hips facing forward, especially the left hip. Don't let it open out to the side. Try to bring it forward. Excellent work. And then whenever ready, press both feet down. Exhale, roll up. Now press both feet down, inhale, reach up and back, and then release your arms. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, straighten your arms. Shoulders down, hands up. Deep inhale. And then exhale, lean forward, torso over your right knee, head heavy, hands up to the ceiling for 2 more big breaths. Dropping heavy. And dropping heavy. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Roll up. And now you're going to reach with your left arm up. Right hand onto your right hip, and you reach a little bit up and over to the right. Great. Come back to the center. Keep the left arm up. Bend your elbows. And reach for something. Maybe you'll reach for your fingertips, for your t-shirt, maybe grab your belt. Great. Once you have the grip, you want to keep the pelvis under, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open your chest, soften your shoulders, hold the grip, deep inhale, and then lean forward. Chest once again over your right knee. And stay here for 2-3 breaths, pressing the both feet down, dropping with your chest, dropping with your head, dropping with your shoulders. Feeling everything that is there to feel in the right shoulder and the right hamstring. One last breath. And then exhale, release the grip. Rebend your front knee, both hands down. And you can step back into your downward facing dog. Great work. Give yourself a breath in your down dog and assess, depending on what your body's saying, where's your energy, where's your breath. Where do you want to reset, cat-cow or vinyasa? What would feel good? By the way, even if I don't say it, child's poses are always most welcome. Whenever ready, we meet in the downward facing dog in a breath or two. For the left side, inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward next to your left hand, and right knee goes down onto the floor. And you want to go as low as you can with your hips forward, finding that left hip, left inner thigh, and then sending your hips backwards, straightening the left knee and supporting yourself either on the ground or on your book. Great. One more breath, noticing that one side might feel easier than the other. And then next, inhale again, hips forward, as far forward as you can. Give yourself a breath there. And then exhale, hips backwards, straighten your left knee, and give yourself 2 breaths there. Trying to go low with your chest. Great work. Whenever ready, inhale, hips forward. As far forward, notice if this third repetition you might have more space to go for. And then exhale, send your hips backward. And stay here for 3 breaths and see if here with your chest over that knee, you can maybe try to straighten your back and lengthen your spine and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Great. One last deep breath. And then you can send your hips forward and tuck your toes under, lift the back knee, hop the right foot closer in, straighten both knees and see where you can reach with your hands, either for the floor, for the shin, for your book. Yep. And this is where you stay for 3 big breaths, rooting yourself with your both feet down into the ground, rooting both heels into the ground. And then maybe trying to lengthen your back if that feels good, making sure that the right hip keeps facing forward. And then whenever ready, last breath. Inhale, press your feet down. Exhale, roll up. And then from here, you would reach with your both arms up. Exhale, release your arms. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Straighten your arms. Open the chest. Lift the hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Chest over your left knee. Head down. Hands up for 2-3 breaths. Dropping heavy over the left thigh. Every exhale, softening something up. Feeling everything that is there to feel in the shoulders and the left hip. One last breath and then exhale, release. And slowly you can roll up. And then next up, press your feet down. Reach with your right arm up. Left hand onto your left hip. Reach a little bit over towards the left. Finding extra stretch in the right side. Come back to the center and bend your elbows. And reach for your fingertips, for your t-shirt, for something. Hold it. Great. Pelvis under, shoulder blades together, shoulders down. Lengthen your neck, inhale. And then exhale, once again, lean forward. Chest over your knee, head down. Feet rooting down into the ground. Feel everything that is there to feel in your left shoulder and your left hamstring. Great work. One more breath. And then you can exhale, release. Rebend front knee, both hands down. And you can step back into your downward facing dog. Walk it or feel the right side, the left. Choose where you want to reset. If it's going to be the cat-cow or vinyasa, what would feel better?
And we're going to meet in a child's pose. Hips onto the heels, forehead down to the ground. Arms stretched out in front of you or alongside of your body. Giving yourself full 5 breaths. Deep breaths to feel your hips, your shoulders, your back. Excellent work. And then whenever ready, next inhale, you can stretch your arms in front of you, press the palms into the floor, lift your forehead. And you can sit your hips on the ground, sweep your legs in front of you. And next up, I will invite you to take your book and you're going to place it flat, right underneath your shoulders. And then you'll lay back underneath your shoulders, underneath your shoulder blades. And then you'll lay back on top of it, letting the tops of the shoulders to roll over that edge of the book, of the block. And then you can stretch your arms. I would invite you to stretch them to the side, either in cactus form, meaning you have 90 degrees angle in your shoulders and 90 degrees angles in your elbows, or you just directly stretch your arms above your head. And you stay here for good 5 breaths. You can choose what you want to do with your legs. You can keep them bent. You can straighten your legs. But do keep your hips heavy, anchored onto the ground. Excellent work. Last 2 big breaths wherever you are. Softening whatever you can soften. And then at your own time, whenever ready, next exhale, you can bring your arms next to your torso, palms facing down next to your hips. Then lift your head, chin towards your chest, lift your head, and then press yourself up away from the block. Put the book to the side, and you can lay back again onto your back. Feeling everything that is there to feel right now in your back and your shoulders. Great work. I invite you for a big breath in, the biggest inhale of the entire session today. Hold the breath on top, and then exhale, release all the air out. Gently, you can bring your attention back to your breath. Noticing again the movement of your belly, of your chest, the air coming in and out of your nostrils.
you're ready, I invite you to take 3 deep, nourishing breaths. To start gently waking your body up with your breath from the inside. And then whenever ready, you can start wiggling around your toes and circling your ankles. And wiggling around your fingers, circling your wrists. And then you can stretch your arms above your head. And maybe you will want to stay resting here on your back for a few more moments. Or if you prefer, you can bend your knees and roll over to your side, right or left, and stay resting there for a few more moments. Or you can press yourself up seated. Wherever you are, wherever you have landed, feel the contact of your body with the ground beneath. And then feel for length in your spine. Deep inhale. And then exhale, soften your shoulders, soften your face. And slowly you can start blinking your eyes open to come back again to the room. Come back home. Thank you. It was necessary. Okay, that sounds good. I was gonna ask how do you feel now, because I personally was feeling everything very much now in the shoulders, like in the final relaxation. So I was wondering how are you doing? Good. A new man. Yes.